salt of the earth. We are the light of the world. What are we here for? Is it to build big buildings? It is to have these shows. What is the church? What is the purpose of the church? What are we here for? What did Jesus do? And when the Bible talks about us being conformed to his image, what is our primary purpose, Vivian, for coming together? What are we here for? What did God place us here for? Not what we're using it for, but we're using it for all kinds of things. But what is it that God birthed the church for? What are we here for? What was Jesus' intent when he said that? Let's just go to the Bible. Y'all don't mind, right? Matthew chapter 28 and verse. I want to talk to you about discipleship. I'm going to bring you back to the scripture in the last 5 minutes. But I want to talk to you about what are you here for? Because what I believe that we have to do in church, y'all, if you're walking with me, say amen.
Amen.
What I really believe that we have to begin to push in church and begin to really stress in church again is that we've got to put God back on the throne. We've got, and I'm just as guilty as anybody else, and we are just as guilty as anybody else in genuine love. But we have come to the place in church where God is a sidebar and a side issue. And I am convicted about that. I really am. And I really don't know how to get you to understand that church is not a social gathering. This is a meeting of a kingdom that comes together. Every time you come to church, you come to get instruction for a king to go and take care of his business. This is not midnight at the polo. This is not talent night at the polo. And what I'm telling you all, if you want to be honest, you can say amen to this concerning your own life. We have taken Jesus off the throne. We call his name, but we don't honor him. We don't honor him. His things are not. We don't fear him. And I'm not talking about being afraid of him, because that's not your call. And when I'm talking about fear, I'm talking about having reverence for him. We are not any longer holding Jesus in high esteem. Jesus now has become, I saw something on Facebook where it says there's a small line between a friend and a leech. You know, somebody, there's another word that was used, remind me of the word, a parasite. See, watch this, now I'm going to talk to you. They said it's a fine line between a friend and a parasite. I'm guilty, and I want you to walk with me and be honest. Most of us in here right now, our relationship with God is like a parasite. We are here to see what we could get. I thought the grown people came to church on Wednesday night. I just talked to you on this side over here, you and Melinda. If you want to be honest, I'm guilty first. Amen? I have to be the first to correct myself about my relationship with God. Most of us in here tonight is because of what we think or hope to get from God. We are parasites. And that's what's happening with our relationship with God. And that's why the church is becoming powerless and people are not going to church like they used to. Even T.D. Jakes says, and then people not coming to church like they used to, because we're building up a nation of parasites. We come and we give you these promises and we preach these good messages. And every time you walk through the door, your attitude, what can I get? We are not fulfilling the commission. We are not obeying what God told us to do. We want to be healed. We want to be prospered. We want to be delivered. We want a breakthrough. We want the promises to be fulfilled. And that's just like somebody in your life who just wants suck and suck and suck and suck. And only in the relationship with you as long as you have to give. This is why I'm going to preach here if I don't stop. This is why when folk come to church believing God and it's not fulfilled in 6 months, they hit the door because they were parasites. They were never interested in building a relationship with him. It was never about relationship. It's never about what my purpose is. Why am I here? What am I in church for? When we walk through the door, it's always, what can you give me, God? And if you don't give it to me in the time I want it, I'm gone. Somebody say amen to that. Now, I'm talking to everybody here, including myself. Check your prayers. How often in your prayer do you take time to wash up a relationship? Or you just about asking, give me, give me, give me, give me. Yeah, you're supposed to go before God with his promises, but if I promise you, I mean something. I don't want to hear from my daddy, you promised me. I want to hear, Daddy, I love you every now and then. Amen. Oh, come on, talk to me here, somebody. Come talk to me now. I want to hear, Daddy, I love you. That makes me the promises. That makes me easy to open my wallet. And when you have people in my house, your wallet stay open. Somebody say amen. But it makes it easy. It makes it easy for me to open my wallet and say, man, it's really great with that. Every time she jumps out the car, I love you. Every time she gets back in the car, I love you. And she go to bed, I love you. I like that. That's why some of y'all might think she's spoiled. Pray for me. Lord, help me in here right now. But I like that. I like to hear that because there's relationship there more than what I could give her. So how often are we going before God? Hear me, gentlemen, love. I'm convicted about this. How often are you telling him how much you love him? Or are you always going before and say, you promise? Are you taking time out to do any kind of worship? To acknowledge his sovereignty, to acknowledge what he's done for you, to thank him for what he's done for you. Do you take any other time to say, Lord, what can I do for you? What would you have me to do? How can I increase your kingdom? How can I help the church? How often have you done that? You know why we don't do that? And we all are guilty. Say amen. It's because we have become parasitic in our relationship with him. It's all about what can you do for me and what have you done for me lately. And if you don't do it, then he ain't no real apostle. I've been to this church 5 months and I'm still struggling with this. The dog was wrong. That can't be no real apostle. The problem is, where's your relationship? Is God welcoming you when you come into his presence? Or is he concerned that you come begging again? Good God from Zion, I'm preaching good here. You might be here for a minute tonight. Somebody send for pizza. Glory to God. Are you building relationship with him to the point? I want to deal with this because I'm going to talk to you about something. Even if I don't get to it tonight, we'll be dealing with it on Wednesday for the next season. We have got to understand that we have a charge. And this is not all about God, what you've done for me lately. It's about us fulfilling the charge that he gave us as a church. And we are not fulfilling the charge that we have as God's church. We are not. It's all about gimme, 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 gimme. I want, I need. Somebody say amen. And you know, a lot of times when I pray, I'm asking him, what would you have me to do? How can I get closer to you? What do I need to learn to know you better? I want to know you. I want to be one with you. I want to be the expression of your person. I want to be the expression of your being. I want to know you in the power. This is a regular part of my prayer. Somebody say amen. I spend, I don't want to exaggerate, but I spend around an hour in worship before I pray. Because I'm seeking God's face. I'm seeking his heart. I want to have an open space. I want to be right in his face when I start asking. Glory to God. I don't want to start asking from the time I hit the door in my prayer. I want to make sure I'm right in his grill when I say, Daddy, give me. Come on. I want him to know that, I want him to know that I love him. I want him to know that I receive his love first. I tell him every time before I pray, I know real love is the fact that you love us and not that we love you. I know that the greatest love is the fact that that Jesus, he would lay down his life for friends. That document, you can't get a greater love than that. And I always remind him, I know that's the greatest love there is. I know, Jesus, you already did it, but I still love you. It don't measure up to your love for me. Amen. Come on now. Amen. If you can hear me, say amen. When we get to the point, man, y'all walk with me. Now I'm going to talk to you because if you're here on Wednesday night, you have a desire to be with God. You have a desire to do ministry. When you get to the point where God becomes a sidebar cue, we've gone off track in church. Amen. Good God from Zion. And then we get upset when things break down. Enough things break down when you put him first. Imagine if you have him on the side. I came here with an attitude, and I don't think I'm doing a good job with it. I'm trying to get us to understand and recognize that we have been chosen by God, the sovereign God of the universe. And a lot of people will never come to church because they're not chosen. And we just have to accept that. Some people are not going to ever come to church. They don't want to hear nothing about your God. They don't want to hear nothing about it. They have a better plan than you. Say amen. If you know somebody like that, say amen. They don't want to hear nothing about no church. They don't want to hear nothing. They're not going to come to church. But he didn't choose them, he chose you. And because you and I have been chosen, we have got to get back to the point, friend, and you leaders of General, where we put God back on the throne. Where we begin to reverence God in everything that we do. Amen. Trust the Lord with all your heart, lean not to your own understanding. In all of your ways acknowledge him, and then he'll direct your path. Amen. You looking for direction, And you can't make a sacrifice for him.